Hey, it's me. I'm back. I told you guys I was going to do a video right after that one to address some of the things I was saying as I was wrapping up. I didn't want to make that video too long, but because I know you guys have lives and things to do. Amazing, huh? So if you didn't watch the last video, or if this is your first time on the channel, I am Jenna Ross. I am the owner of Spiritual Savage Mindset Strategy Coaching. I am a psychic medium, channeler, card reader, spiritual coach, and mentor. And I am here to help you stop overthinking and learn to listen to your soul and learn to find your soul path and stop living your life with a bunch of fucking question marks and run out and make all those question marks exclamation points. How about that? So we were talking yesterday about how we need to be in alignment with our integrity. We need to heal our wounds and stop bleeding all over everybody. And I talked some about my previous experience and about the conversations that I was having with some coaches and things this weekend. And also I want to share with you, we need to have complete trust in the universal plan. I always tell you guys that there is nothing that is good or bad, only necessary. We view things in a certain way, and anything that is uncomfortable for us is bad. Anything that is change is uncomfortable. Anything that is losing a relationship, losing a job, is a transition. We view it as kind of something that we should fight against or try to stop or try to prevent, or, you know, we should save it. We should try to save this shitty job. We should try to save this shitty relationship. I put so much into it. And we forget that those things are removed from us for a reason. And the reason is because we need to make space for better things more well suited for us. So I'm in a ton of different groups. So if you know me in any Facebook groups, hi, thank you for being here. If you chatted with me or whatever, if not, chat with me, reach out to me, say hi to me, let me know that you're watching, let me know what you're getting out of this. Subscribe and share and like and give me feedback, whatever it is that you are interested in. Book me for a reading or talk to me about coaching, because those are things that I love to do and would love to help you with. But for me, I'm in a ton of groups, and a lot of groups, especially like your spirituality groups, your groups about spells or, you know, manifesting or anything like that. A lot of people are like, I can't share my beliefs with other people because I'm afraid they'll think that I'm a freak show, or I'm afraid that it's dangerous where I live, or I'm afraid that, and I'm going to tell you this. We are all called, and fear is a factor in being a human, but we are called to push past that fear. If you have gifts, if you have beliefs, you are meant to share them loudly and clearly so that other people who are like you can find you. And when you say, I'm not putting myself or other people in my life at risk, you're saying two things. Number one, I don't trust myself. I don't trust the universe's plan. I don't trust anything to protect me. And I also do not value what my part in this plan is. There are some people only you will be able to reach. There are some people that your words and your presence is the only thing that is going to inspire them to heal. You hiding yourself and refusing to shine brightly in this darkness is stifling the whole process. And I had a lady lash out at me a couple of days ago talking about she lives in a small town and it's very dangerous and this and this. And I'm going to tell you that my entire life, people have lashed out at me and done some incredible things to try to stop me and silence me. And for those of you that are healers and that are very outspoken about your gifts and have done this and embraced this and been an advocate for a really long time, you will understand that there is a lot of people, things, and powers that be that try to stop you. And the reason for that is this. If you believe that there is a plan, that if you believe the light has a plan, you best believe the darkness has a plan to try to stop it. Okay? And those things, sometimes the darkness trying to silence is the very thing that causes some people to wake up. Can you imagine if Martin Luther King or Jesus or Joan of Arc had silenced themselves because they were afraid something could happen to them? Guess what? Something did happen to them. And guess what happened from something happening to them? Big changes, big healing. It brought awareness to areas. It shone light on things that would have never. I've had a lot of weird things happen to me in my life. I was falsely accused of a crime. I went to jail. I spent 2.5 years of my life fighting it. I've actually had people, even in the last year, who plotted to murder me because of my spiritual beliefs and because they believed I was doing black magic that affected their life in some way. People are always going to be afraid of what they don't understand. And I'll be honest with you, if you shed hope and they're resistant to it, they're going to come up against you like you are the devil. How dare you give me hope or tell me I can change my circumstances? You don't know what happened to me. You speak out no matter what it means. When your soul speaks to you and the universe has given you a task, you do it. And you trust that you're protected and that whatever happens from this is what's meant to happen. And you wrap yourself in gratitude for being included in the plan and for knowing that whatever the outcome is, it was for something greater than you. The mission is what's important. Raising the collective vibration and getting people to a new level of healing and consciousness is the mission. It is not about you, but you must play your part if you are called. So, if you're living in fear and afraid of what will happen to you, you are not steeping in gratitude and understanding the weight of a situation. We should always align with our integrity, regardless of what that means for our physical life. And I previously, in the last video, talked about a friend that I had to cut off. One of the things that she said to me one time was, "You have to remember that I have to live here." And she was in great fear of people finding out certain things and certain things that were going on, certain beliefs that were happening, all those things. And it struck me as humorous because she was a person who always talked about how God protected, his own. God, everything worked out the way it was meant to and all this stuff. But we can say that stuff all we want. But if it's not integrated into your life, you don't show it. And those types of statements showed to me that it was lip service and it wasn't really integrated. It wasn't something that she believed in here and made part of her life. It was something that she believed in here just so it could come out to make other people adhere to whatever her agenda was right then. And so it's very interesting because I've always been a truth speaker, regardless of how it affected me. Even with my friends, and my friends will tell you that I am a very no nonsense. I have a lot of compassion for you, but I will not pet you when you don't need to be petted. I will not coddle you and baby you. I will tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And one of my very best friends that I've had for a very long time had some issues a few years ago with her husband, and we all went to sorry about that. I had to let the dog out of the room before she was barking. So if you hear her barking again, I think she's barking at the delivery man. But she had some issues with her husband where he was doing some weird things. And we weren't really sure what was going on, but we knew that the marriage was in danger. And so there were certain things she believed were happening, and there were certain things that were not an option to her in her head. And so we all went to a convention type thing. And after the convention, some people reached out to me, and I became aware that he had approached some women at the convention to cheat on her. And these were all people, by the way, that we knew. And so instead of second guessing it or going, oh my God, is she going to be upset about my friendship? Like, are we not going to be friends anymore or anything? I reached out to her immediately. You know why? Because if it was my friend, if it was me, I would want my friend to tell me. You have to build a relationship based on authenticity so hard that when you tell people stuff, they know that you're speaking from your heart. They know that you are not doing anything to hurt them. They know that you're not doing anything with sinister expectations or reasons. They know that you are doing it to give them the information that you have. Okay, hopefully that she's done barking now. I have to take her outside. I'll just stop and start with this video. I hope you're still getting something out of it. But yeah, so when you know something, you need to be honest about it and tell the information. You need to build relationships so that people understand where your heart is. You also don't need to be involved in ridiculous drama, stirring the pot, or anything like that. When you know stuff, you just know it, and then you talk to them about it. You don't gather information on purpose, but if the universe brings it to you, or brings people to you that you know it, then you share it with the people it's meant to. Because if the universe brought you that information, then the universe has made you a bridge to help that person resolve that issue. Even if they don't receive it well, it's still information that the universe brought you so that you could share and help them open their eyes to a situation. I'm not saying seek out people to stir the pot. I'm not saying broadcast information on social media and destroy other people's lives. What I'm saying is you can't turn a blind eye. You cannot become friends with and maintain friendships while you are keeping secrets. Because if you know that your friend has a cheating spouse, or if their spouse has actually hit on you or made advances towards you and you don't share it with your friend, you're doing exactly what that person is doing to them. You're hiding information and keeping them in the dark. That's not what a friend does. When you're holding information from people, that's lying to them. When you're smiling in their face and telling them you guys are friends, but you know something that is detrimental to their life, whether they want to hear it or not, whether they're open to receive it, whether you feel like they're ready or not, it's not your call to make. The information was brought to you at the moment you were supposed to share it. And you are the person to share it because the universe, God, your soul, intuition, whatever it was, brought it to you. And it will bring you the opportunity to share it. If you know information and then you don't know this person, you're generally not going to just seek them out and dump it on them. By the way, if psychics or mediums or card readers or anything reach out to you and are like, your energy just drew me and blah, 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 usually that's a scam and it's a bunch of bullshit. Okay? I don't tinker in people's energy. Sometimes if they bleed all over me on Facebook or whatever, I will say to them, I feel like you're bleeding all over and I may be able to help you. If you want help, you can reach out to me, but I am never going to reach out to you in those circumstances. But if you know some information, the universe will generally bring it around so that you have the opportunity to share that information. If you don't share that information, the universe will not give you more information to share because you have not done what it asked you to. Okay, so if you're wondering sometimes why other people are chosen, why other people get involved in big projects, they have learned to listen and obey without question. The universe knows that when it tasks them with something, they're going to do it. And they're going to do it without fear, without doubt, and they realize that they're part of the plan. They don't sit around and try to figure out how that's going to affect their family in the situation that they live in, how it's going to affect a friendship. Because I already know when I share information that the universe has given me, whether that person ever talks to me again, or if they block me, or if they freak out, it doesn't matter. That's what I was supposed to do. I'm not in charge of their emotions and their responses. I'm in charge of what I'm being told. Okay? But you have to be in line with your integrity and be healing your wounds so you are not just projecting information and fear and doubt and bullshit and drama on other people. You have to learn what the difference between your garbage and soul actually is. And you'll know it by the frenzy. Your garbage and your projections and your fear and your triggers sound frantic. They sound like, well, screw this person. They don't know who I am. They don't know what I need. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know who's at fault. They don't believe it happened. Your soul doesn't speak like that. Your soul speaks with a very sure and even tone. It speaks very calmly, and it says, this is what's happened. This is the information. You do whatever you want with it, however it affects me. This is just the message, and I'm not attached to your response or to your emotions about it. I'm sorry that the information is what it is sometimes, but it doesn't change that it needs to be shared. When you share from your heart, it comes off different than if you're just stirring the pot and creating drama. People know the difference. People know because you don't usually start drama. You don't usually stir the pot. You don't usually say things that start an argument or a confrontation just for confrontation's sake. You don't take delight in other people's hurting. But you do take delight in the truth. And you do take delight in revealing the truth so that other people can heal and take those situations and grow from them. That is ultimately what compassion actually is speaking the truth and allowing people to heal in the way they are. We don't take it personal when they freak out and don't want to talk to us and don't want to be our friend anymore. I don't take it personal if the whole town doesn't want to talk to me. I don't care how other people react, because this is not about me. It's about the truth. I don't look at how things will affect me. I trust my soul, and I know that whatever comes from it is going to be the best thing for me. Whatever trials, tribulations, uncomfortableness I have to go through are for my own healing. And that is just what it is. That's the beauty of life. Life is not all roses and unicorns and kitty farts. It is the tears and the struggle and the overcoming and the triumph. Those are the best parts of life. When you look back on those parts, you see how capable you are, how great you came out of it. You understand what your mission is here on life and how courageous you are, how amazing you are. And that's not pride in the toxic sense. That's pride in the look at what my soul brought me through. Look at what God brought me through. Look at what the universe brought me through. All these things were put in my path, and I overcame. And I'm stronger, better, have more friends and amazingness in my life than you will ever understand. We need to stop living in fear. When we're protecting ourselves, what we're really doing is protecting other people from the message we've been given, the information that we've been given. We're trying to alter the course and control things that are not meant for us to control, because the universe will just work around you. If you don't do your job, the universe will just work around you, and a lot of times it will turn out way more train wreck-ish than if you had just done your job. It's an honor to be considered a bridge. It's an honor to be given opportunity and information to share, and for you to help rescue people from a toxic relationship, from a toxic situation, from a dangerous situation. For you to rescue their children from a generational pattern. That's what your information does when you share it with love, without fear of repercussions or how it affects you. You could be rescuing entire generations as these people intake this information, leave toxic relationships, cut off toxic friends, cut off toxic workplaces, cut off toxic family members. And they broke the chains because you got to be the bridge. So stop being afraid of the information and the opportunities that God is bringing you, that the universe is bringing you, that your soul is bringing you. You are part of a bigger plan. And once you start leaning into that bigger plan and stop looking at your life as finite, as one piece, and just how everything affects your physical family in your house or in your life or in your neighborhood, you're looking too small. Because what if anybody on the planet had just looked at it as their family? What if Martin Luther King had just looked at how things affected his family? He healed. He was speaking from a place of healing. Joan of Arc, all of these people. What if none of them had cared about the bigger picture? The understanding is this, though. To be part of the bigger picture, you have to heal yourself. And you have to learn to listen to your soul and follow it without question, without fear, without doubt. Until you get there, you're just bleeding all over everybody. Thank you. Thank you for listening, and thank you for intaking the information. If you are a bridge and you have information today, go and share it. It's your job. And thank you. Thank you for being part of the healing. Thank you for being part of the mission. Thank you for honoring and helping break generational patterns and healing the planet, healing the consciousness, and raising us all to a better place. Thank you.